All right, so we are going live in 3, 2. And welcome everyone. You guys are tuning in to House of Spiritual Vibes Radio here on Zoom, joining us live here on YouTube. Today we have a very special show. We are going to be having a Pride. Hold on. Okay, we are going to be having a Pride Party panel here today. Where am I picking myself up? Okay, there. We are going to be having a Pride Party panel here today, and we are going to be going around and asking our participants some questions today. So we have Dom, we have Erica, we have Koya, we have Scotty. Thali is going to be joining us a little later. Of course, we're going to go ahead and give them their time to introduce themselves. And joining us and bringing you guys today's show is myself, Nina Soul, Sister Cass, La Sassy Bruja, and Chimu.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome. This is exciting.
Thank you.
So exciting. Okay, so today's panel, we are gonna go ahead. Should we go ahead and give them each a chance to just go around and maybe introduce themselves really quick, who they are? Yeah. Should we go ahead and do that? All right. I see Koya. Koya looks anxious. Let's go ahead and pick Koya. All right. Go ahead, Koya.
I don't even see how I look anxious, but
You
okay.
look very anxious.
I'm ready.
Go
No,
ahead.
I am Koya Wheaton. I am Unity in the Community, Sheboygan, community activist and equality fighter. And also Nina's chocolate lover.
Yes. My chocolate chip. Okay, and Scotty.
You're on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute. Hold on, brother. I asked to unmute right now. There you go.
Okay, sorry guys.
It's okay.
I'm Scotty. I'm from Logan, West Virginia, and I'm a gay guy and a witch. And I met lovely Nina and Cassandra and Melissa at the Witches Ball, and we've been inseparable ever since.
Ever since, yes. Yes, that's Scotty with the body. All right, and Dom. Yeah. Dom and Erica, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourselves? I hit to ask to unmute.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dom with 3 M's.
Oh, Dom.
I'm a non-binary drag queen from Chicago. I host monthly Witch Drama markets in Pilsen, and I read tarot cards and drag. So hit me up.
And Dom, are they you're on some platforms, right? So they might have even seen you on some of the platforms, TikTok, right?
Yeah. You guys can find me on TikTok and Instagram at _Dom with 3 M's. And I post about like drag content. I'm gonna start posting more about like tarot content as well. More tarot in drag. So just like look out for it.
Awesome. And then Erica.
Yes, Erica, Dom's mom, Mama Sweets, is here to support.
Yes. And we got Daddy Joe up in the back cheering Dom, cheering Dom on.
Yeah,
yes, Brother Joe, you want to say anything to the viewers? Let them know who you are.
I'm Joe, Dominic's father, Erica's husband, and the key to this castle. And whatever they want to do, for it.
Awesome. Okay, thank you guys so much for introducing yourselves. So today's panel, this is a Pride Party panel. Now, Sister Chimu, do you wanna kind of let everybody know what we're gonna be doing today and why?
Well, we want to put awareness out there. We all come from different walks in life, yet we kind of still share, similar stories. And, this is a time to celebrate who we are. And of course, the witch community is also part of the LGBTQ plus community. So we wanted to not only just bring awareness, but show that this community, our community, that we are regular, schlegular people. And we're no different than anyone else. And truthfully, I this is something to bring enlightenment to everybody who does watch the show.
Yes.
And that's the goal. That's the purpose of it.
Yeah,
just to know that everyone's not alone.
I feel like the witches path and the spiritual path is very like, I feel like there is a lot of people in the LGBTQ community that connects more with spirituality and with witchcraft. I feel like it's definitely a path that's not judgmental, where we actually feel empowered. And I do feel that there's not a lot of paths that offer that. So I feel like that's also the other thing that we're definitely wanting to, because we all are spiritualists or witches, each person on today's panel. So that's another reason why this panel. Sister Cass, did you want to go ahead and say anything in regards to today's show?
No, I just love how, like Sister Chimu had pointed out, we're all from different walks of life, you know. Scotty lives in another state, Yeah, you guys live in another state, and Erica and Dom, we're from all different parts of the city, but we all have something in common. All of us have that one thing or a few things in common, our spirituality, love for everyone, and I think now that there's been a spotlight that has been turned on in our community, and I think it's our time right now to let everybody know, hey, the weirdos are out.
Right. And this is the place to be for the weirdos. Right. If you're a weirdo, you came to the right place on today's show. So I am so excited to get these questions going. I have a list of questions. I mean, I feel like when you guys hear my questions, you're gonna be like, oh, great. It's Nina. It's Nina. Of course she'd ask that, right? But if at any point anybody feels uncomfortable with answering any question that anybody may have, whether it be myself, Cass, Chimu, you can say pass, and then we'll go ahead and maybe see if the next person if anybody wants to volunteer to take it, that'd be fun, or maybe we just move on to the next one. I don't know. However you guys feel, whatever y'all feel comfortable with. So let's go ahead. I want to pull up the comments for the viewers as well, because everybody here in the comments section, you guys are going to have a chance to go ahead and ask any question that you would like. Just let us know who the question is for. Everybody's got their name. So Scotty's got Samsung right there, but that's Scotty. So we got Scotty. Koya, that says K's A42. sounds like a pistol. and then there's Dom, Erica, and Joe. So you guys kind of know who's all here. Thali is gonna be joining us later. Thali with Thali Inks. She'll be on our panel as well today, and she'll be here to answer some questions as well. So I think we said Chimu, Sister Chimu, you're gonna go ahead and start with the questions, right? What you got?
So, speaking of living in different places, right? So, there's 4 major cities in this country that, pretty much have a really big LGBTQ plus, communities. So, let's see, Scotty, this question's going to start off with you. What city would you live in? So you have a choice of New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, or San Francisco, and why do you choose that city?
Oh, he's on mute.
Hold on, brother. Let me unmute you.
Do it for him. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. We mute battling over here. No, I know. I accidentally muted
There
you.
it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it
It
goes.
was like mute, unmute, mute. I'm like, oh shit, my bad. One more time and then you go ahead and take it. All right, go ahead, brother.
I'm sorry. I said, you all know the answer to that question. You know, I would be right there in Chicago, right with you all, and we would be dancing around the cauldron every full moon, every dark moon, and
Yes.
every time.
Yep. I already knew it. I already knew. I was like, Scotty gonna want to come to Chicago. That's where Scotty gonna be at.
Mhm.
Oh, I love it.
Koya, what city would you live in, Koya?
Hold on. Koya gotta unmute. Okay.
Why'd you yell it at me like that? Like she was like, "What would you say?"
I think you need
I'm
to
not
lower
gonna say
down your volume
Chicago,
then.
honestly, because the history of California as a whole for the foundation of creating the gay rights, and the strength that it had. You know what I mean? Harvey Milk he was like no joke, and he was in California when he was doing it, I believe. So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of foundation and a lot of history in San Francisco as far as the LGBTQ community. So I'd have to go there. I mean,
Nice. Nice.
What about you, Dom? Where would you go, Dom?
Hold on, brother. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
We're gonna just take the mouse. We're gonna keep it over here. Okay. I'm definitely gonna stay in Chicago. I love it here. I visited LA. It was fun. It was great, but Chicago is my home.
Yes. Okay, and then Cass, go ahead, sis. What's your question?
My question is, how do you all identify yourselves as? And is it a problem when other people don't use the specific pronouns? So I guess we'll start from the top over here. We'll start with Dom and then I'll work my way down.
Okay. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Okay. So I identify as non-binary, gender non-conforming. So I go by they, them pronouns, and really it's all about like if people are intentionally like misgendering. But it's
Right.
like for me, it's all about intention. Like if it's like unknowingly and they're like, oh, like shit, I didn't know, then I'll be like, oh, well, let me tell you and talk. But if they're just being like a dick about it, then it's like, okay, well.
Beat his ass.
Yeah.
Ali's joining us.
Oh, Sally's here.
Ali's joining us. Where's she at? I just let her up in here. Okay, I'm sorry. Dom, were you done answering?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And Scotty, for you, what do you identify as? And how do you feel when others don't, or I guess, does it bother you if they don't use it? He's on mute, sis. You probably have to work.
Sorry, hold on. Okay. There we go.
No.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I identify as, a gay guy, which, and if I, tell someone like around here that, that then, and they know another Scotty, then they'll say, well, gay Scotty.
Oh, okay.
Little gay Scotty. Or at little witch gay boy,
Right.
They it's the country,
Right.
real, racist and redneck,
I identify as his redneck boyfriend that no one believes.
Freaking
No one believes me when I tell them I'm gay.
Why did you go to ask last night? Tell him. What did you get asked last night at Speedway?
I don't remember.
They asked you if I was your son.
Oh yeah, they asked me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Funny.
What in the underworld is going on?
Hey, but maybe that's just because you look really young, Scotty. You got them cheekbones.
I'm like, honey, I'm 33.
Okay, and then Koya.
So I think that honestly, I think I've learned that I've never took offense to when somebody thinks that I'm a young man. They're like, this young man needs some help. They're trying to find such and such, or hold on, sir. I think that I guess the energy I'm sitting in is what they feel, because I've been called young lady, and then I've been called young man, and I've been referenced as he and she. I'm just kind of like, sometimes I sometimes I leave the house and I got big dick energy. So how can like that? Sometimes I leave and I'm on pillow mode. I'm chilling, and so my energy might be calmer and more kind of nature nurturing kind of aspect, and so they're picking up female energy. So I think that the way that I identify is based off of my energy.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't want to hold people accountable, because I have a naturally androgynous look to me. So I don't want to get mad at them because the world has been identified as boy or girl. That I can't expect for them to see what I'm thinking or how I identify. It's not something that you can look at a person and necessarily tell how they identify. So, I think part of the LGBTQ community is to allow that respect, that it's not something that's physically visible. So, like Dom said, if it's done out of intention to be rude, we had a problem, But if not,
I'm gonna
then,
treat you like you were.
yeah. Give them a Chicago ass whooping.
Okay,
So.
my turn to ask a question. I'm so excited. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this time. Let me make it a real good one. I'm gonna make it the one that I was so excited to ask today's question. Let's see, where is it? Okay. I'm gonna start with Koya. If you were one color in the rainbow, what color would you be and why? Did you try to think about what the rainbow looked like?
Right? Koya, your time is running. Girl.
Right, hurry up, Koya. Wait, you're on mute. Okay.
Good, because nobody heard anything that I just said just now.
Oh my gosh.
I was thinking of like the rainbow, and then I was like thinking of the first rainbow I've ever seen, and I was like, it was the Lucky Charms rainbow. Does that count? And so I was kind of like, because I would be blue if I could pick a color. Nina knows, like, well, if she knows my Marvel characters and stuff, Beast, Nightcrawler, Mystique, they were always my favorite. And I it's not intentional that they all happen to be blue, but I just think that the magic behind how it was projected, like they could apparate, appear and disappear in any area, or Mystique she could change into people, and then you got the Beast, like he looks like a blue Wolverine. Like, I don't know, he's dope as hell. So it's just like these characters are really cool. So I would be blue because of that.
because of that. Just because of that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and ask. I wanna ask Joe. I want Joe to answer this question. Joe, get up here. Get up here, Joe.
I'm here.
Yeah. If you were any color in the rainbow, what color would you be and why?
Come on. Red.
Uh-huh. Red?
Yeah. because
Why?
That's something to say. I'm gonna burn right through 'em, my red flames. And that's my boy's color. El igual.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. Yep. El igual. Children el igual. Love that red.
Them doors
Uh-huh.
trick you sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Work
Yep.
your brain.
Yep. All right.
And it's a dominating color.
Yeah, that's
Dominating
true.
color.
It's a dominating color.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. That was a good answer. I like that one. All right. Scotty. Scotty, if you could be any color in the rainbow, what color would you be?
I would be green.
Green?
Hmm
Why?
Because
Because I love the smoking. No, just kidding.
well, that too, but okay. It's one of Mother Hecate's most favorite colors, and it's the most, besides blue, that covers the earth.
Oh, I love that. Oh, those are good
Yeah.
answers. I'm curious to know what Dom's is. I know we're only asking 3 people, but I just want to know what Dom's is too. I want to know.
Okay, if I had to be a color, it would have to be like a purple because it's like the color of royalty, and also I love like when I get in drag, I love serving my purple people eater fantasy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do love the color purple. Always accidentally, like I end up putting some kind of purple on.
Right. I love that. And you know, like the colors that we're attracted to also is like it has a lot to do with our aura energy. So whatever colors you're drawn to, it has a lot to do with the aura as well. So where's Chimu? Did she?
She got kicked out, but I sent her the.
Okay.
I sent her the thing.
Okay. Well, then we'll continue on my color question because I love it. Erica, we're gonna just go around the whole room. Erica, if you were any color in the rainbow, what color would you be and why?
I would have picked red too.
Red?
Because, yeah, I know I've been told that's my aura color. And that is my color. Yeah.
Look at Joe's back there making the heart. Aw. I love that. I love it. Okay, we're still waiting for Chimu, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's not here? Okay. Do you want me to send it?
I sent it to her.
You sent it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go ahead and continue with the question, sis?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, let's just keep it funky.
Let's see. What are some of the particular challenges you faced as a youth? Because I know Dom is pretty young still, but
look at Dom.
But you know, what particular challenges you have felt or went through as a youth? And this could be a question for everybody, and even for Dom, if you still, you know, because we all go through something when we're little, but what kind of challenges did you have growing up? So we'll start with Scotty.
Okay. And again, if anybody feels that they don't want to answer, they
yeah, you don't have to be just.
Okay. Well, I was, you know, always, you know, the little feminine, hyper, always dancing and singing. And, it was the 90s. And I was in second grade. And I I got made fun of a lot. And I didn't really have no friends. And well, I went. It was recess, and I asked to go to the bathroom, and I had on. Y'all remember them little Reebok tennis shoes that lit up whenever you walked?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was at the urinal, and they this boy. I'm not gonna say his name. He came in, behind me, and he told me he was, wanting my shoes. And I told him, I said no. And he said, yeah, he was gonna take them. I said, well, if you want them, you're gonna have to get them. And he bent down and he was, untying them and gonna take them off my feet. And I, whipped her out and, right on his head.
You
And
peed on his head? Scotty, oh my God, I love you. I thought you were going to say, like, I need him in the face or something. No, Scotty straight up peed on top of his head.
And they were going to expel me for doing that. And I told him, I said, he was bullying me.
Mm-hmm.
He should be the one expelled, not me. And, finally, after everything calmed down, he, got expelled and, nothing happened to me.
Wow.
And, just around here, you just really got to stick up for yourself, or they'll walk for you, So that's why I told you, I'm comfortable answering anything.
I love that. Because I feel like there's somebody somewhere that is going to hear, your story and, what you've overcome, and somebody out there will connect with that. And that might just be what they need to hear. Somebody who's gone through it, that they're not alone. And like you said, it's important to stick up for yourself because they'll walk all over you.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think Chimo's in the waiting room.
Hold on. We ain't got a waiting room though.
No?
No.
She says still loading. Trying to let her in.
It says Dolly. Oh, Dolly is here. She's just on mute on both sides. She listening though. Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't see Chimu here. Let me send it to her, sis.
Okay.
Let me see. All right. Who would you like to pass that question to next?
Dom. What? Ooh, let me.
Oh.
I'm trying to put it. Dom, what challenges did you face as a youth, and do you see those challenges like now happening?
I mean, just like usual queer encounters, just like people are really hateful in the world. So just like the normal stuff, people yell like queer, like fag at you as I like driving by and stuff. Like when I was with one of my like ex-boyfriends, like things like that would happen when we would be in public. But it's like something that's meant to like degrade you and stuff, but it just over time it's like it loses its like flair that they think that it has on you, because it's like, okay, well, this is now like the 20th time. It's like I'm not gonna be not gonna be as distraught as the first couple, But and then into like daily life, it really is now like in the age of like the internet, a lot of people can be really tough like behind a screen with no consequences. So it's just dealing with hate online, but nothing that can like break someone or like break me down.
Right.
Awesome.
Erica and Joe, what do you have any input on like experience how you guys deal with that from a parent's perspective? Because this is your Dom, so like when this does happen, what do you do as a mother or as a father to kind of help Dom through that?
It's hard not to go and get physical right away with somebody, because we have to understand we're adults, and this is our child, but there are consequences as an adult. But we are quick to go take legal action real quick, because they will be the example, so that anyone else that tries to get froggy with him know that there will be consequences. That's why we're here, to protect him. We'll always be behind him or beside him, no matter what he's doing. And anyone that has a problem with it knows that. So.
And Joe?
Well, a strong marriage helps my decisions. Had we been not together, separated, and I'm hearing it from the neighborhood, the streets will take over, and I wouldn't even care. I'll be in and out for him, no matter what. But being married for so long, you take accountability for your actions. And if you go the route that I want to go, I won't be here to enjoy him and his fame.
Yeah.
We give the talk that mother and father should give, and we talk it out. We make sure that there's no feelings towards the other people, and we let the universe take over. The universe has a path and a problem solver for everybody. So wherever it takes us in our conversations, and wherever the people that want to do harm to us end up, that's their path. That's where they chose to go. So everything's done by the almighty universe.
Yes.
Get through it,
Yes. And the thing is too, is that I've watched a little bit of what you guys' journey as a family has been like, because when we met, I know Dom was first like getting into like actually being open about being a witch, and really finding Dom was really, and then even starting as a vendor, like he just really came out and was like faced any fear that if there was something that Dom feared, you wouldn't know, because Dom didn't act like it. Dom didn't, and I know that you both have been very supportive of Dom through the journey of becoming Dom. So I love that.
It's a team effort, it's all four. And he's got the family too,
Yeah, and the family too.
My father-in-law, my cousins, my sisters, my brothers.
Very good foundation.
He's got a huge support system.
It's all over.
Right.
The more people that support, and that's where it's we put him on the pedestal as high as he belongs.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. I love it.
I love that. Does that make you feel anything, Dom, to hear them say all of these things? I can see that you're getting like your energy is like definitely like like your heart's getting warmed up, I can see that.
It's definitely like stuff that I hear often.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like affirming,
Yes.
But it is like, it's just stuff that like, it's not like for show, like we're on here, like
exactly.
So these are things that I do hear like daily.
And I love it because it's like now there's like this video and this memory to like rewatch that. And then even for other people too, that they're worried about talking to their parents. I mean, these parents right here are very supportive of their child, So I love that you guys are representing as a family unit right now. I love that.
Yes.
All right.
Can we send Chimu the link again? She says she's gonna restart her phone.
Okay, I'll send it to her. And then do you want to go ahead and ask that question to Koya? I'll go ahead and handle that.
What challenges did you face as a youth? And do you kind of see those similar challenges now?
Yeah. Like I grew up I'm from Houston, and so but like I lived in other areas, like the country area, when I was growing up. And I would visit Houston on the weekends and during summer. So, but the way that I was perceived and the way that I was treated in Houston was different to how I was treated when I was in that country, because I was around racist people. And it was once I started getting around the age of like 12, when I'm starting to kind of realize that I'm really attracted to females, it's like now I'm acting weird around them. So that's when I started getting bullied more about my sexuality while I was trying to figure myself out. And it speaks to what Dom's family says about that foundation and that support system, like how important it is because of that security they offered him while he was growing up and going through this finding yourself kind of thing and figuring yourself out. He had support to be able to do it. So therefore it helps to define the character that you're becoming, And so I think that a lot of the issues that I dealt with, they're still definitely prominent today. Moving to Wisconsin, it's the same kind of thing once I moved to this area, because it's like, well, now it's the gay butch, or possibly like, I don't know if they like when you call them dykes, like that whole thing of lack of education, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ignorantly offensive, because they don't know that they're being offensive. So yeah, very, very similar issues with what I grew up having to deal with, and then also with what I dealt with when I first moved to this area. So
okay, thank you, Koya.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that.
All right, Chimu, Sister Chimu.
I got stuck in the matrix. Sorry.
I know. Dali, Liz, Kamala.
It's a party! It's a party!
I love it. So y'all are listening in over here, right? Have y'all been listening? Cool, good. I love it. So Thali is working on a tattoo. So you guys are gonna get to watch her. I don't know if she's gonna be able to join in on conversation until she's done. I know Thali takes her work very seriously. She's a professional in her work. So whenever Thali is ready, but she has, and Liz has, and Kamala have given us the honor to be able to watch the inking process in the tattoo laboratory. So we are going to be watching them while we're over here doing some Q&A on our Pride Party panel. So we were leaving. Chimu, you can go ahead and ask one of your questions, sis.
Let's see which one. All right, let's do a challenging one. If you had to choose between your identity or your witchcraft, your spirituality, what would you choose?
Who's that for?
Let's say Scotty. Let's go with Scotty.
All right, Scotty. You seen that face? Look at Scotty about that.
Witch till I die. And then come back.
Witch till you die. On some Tupac, witchy Tupac type.
Right. Okay.
All gangster.
With Tupac, Biggie.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, and then who would you like to ask next, Chimu?
Dom. I heard her say Dom.
I'm
Dom?
Dom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this one is kind of a hard one because I feel like my identity in it of itself is a spiritual experience. To like feel both the feminine and the masculine experience. So it's a hard question because they're kind of the same thing. And that's kind of what we might get into later, talking about that intersection between spirituality and what your identity is like with your sexuality. So
I love that.
Dom said, I ain't giving up shit.
First of all,
Nothing.
Oh my God.
Mama Sweet, what about you, Mama Sweet? What would you choose?
I mean, to choose is why not both? Like why choose? Why have to choose? Who's making me choose?
what's the story behind this whole thing before I get an answer?
Why is this even up for choices?
It's got to make us think a little bit.
My identity.
To understand what we want, you know? Yeah, as long as we know that. Koya, what would you choose?
There she goes.
Oh, I'm not even hearing anything.
Oh, did you didn't hear nothing?
So, you didn't hear nothing? Okay. So this is the question. It's a hard one. It's not easy. If you had to choose who you are, your identity, right? Or would you have to choose, you had to choose one, or your spirituality, your craft, and everything that goes underneath that? What would you choose?
I'd have to choose my identity because with me coming up, like even now, I have to hammer out certain parts of my identity, and like you know, I had to forge my identity first, for everything that took place afterwards, because Nina knows I come from a very, very religious background. Like the Christianity was almost forged in harder than what it was to forge myself. So I had to hammer myself out. I had to chisel myself out, and and so I'm still rounding out the edges. So I definitely have to say, without my identity and what I went through, then my spirituality wouldn't have been able to come. So I needed that first in order to be able to get to this path where I could find that spirituality,
Yeah, I think that's a good answer too, because, how do you know what you believe in if you don't know who you are? You got to find who you are in order to find what your belief is. And that is also a good point, because when we're born, especially being Black, being brown, when you're born, you're automatically put into a religious foundation that your parents are actually already in, so that's already like, it's almost like you're groomed to be Christian or to be Catholic. So yeah, definitely finding out who you are as a person before you go ahead and commit yourself to a religion or a spiritual practice. I dig that.
Yeah, because honestly, you got to be ready to walk that path alone if you have to. If you choose religion over identity, you know what I mean? Like when Jewish people are supposed to identify as being Jewish, then they choose to identify as being Christian. It's not just their faith, but it's also their identity of being what Jewish is supposed to be. And so in a sense of being a Black Southern female, I'm supposed to be Christian, and I'm supposed to be living my life right according to what is said and how almost hammered in it was. So having a strong self allows you to be able to go forth with the things that are going to make you happy and want to live the life that you feel that you should be able to live, which is happy. So
that's it. All right. Okay, Cass, your turn, Sister Cass.
My turn. I was gonna say I see that there's a lot of comments right now.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, I forgot about everybody else.
Everybody in the comments.
We're over here in a party.
In our own little party, right?
Yeah.
No, there's a question that I see that Jessica asked, but I'll let you go through everybody's just pretty much.
Okay, I see right here. Yeah, that Jessica has. I have a question for everyone. Is that the one that you're talking about? Okay, I have a question for everyone. Did you always know you didn't identify as normative as far as sexuality or gender, or is it something you learned over time? If so, what was your aha moment? Okay, so who wants to go ahead and take that one? Go ahead, raise your hand. Anybody? Quick. There we go, Scotty.
Scotty.
All right.
I knew that I wasn't a normal boy whenever I wanted to, dress up and have fun whenever my grandmas were getting ready for Sunday school.
Uh-huh. I love that.
I like to put on their, silk caftans and shoes and jewels and everything, and I would get it.
I'd get it. You're getting it. I love that. All right. Dom, do you want to go ahead and answer this one?
Okay. I mean, I kind of just always felt different from like the other kids. Like, not like different in a bad way. I just was like, I'm very unique compared to these people. They're very like boring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not to say like that it was like all the other kids were boring, but I did feel like there was just an extra little something about me that made me a little different than all the rest of the kids sitting there.
Right.
But it was never like really an issue, to be honest, growing up, just because like I had a strong support system and like the teachers just like ate it up because I was like a good student. So they were like, oh, they're like quirky and smart. So it never really like, I think like a lot of people were just like, oh, they're quirky, and it was never like, oh, there's something like different about them. Yeah, and then I guess like, I mean, I never really had like an aha moment. It was just kind of like everything just felt normal and natural. So I was like, okay, it was
kind of just grew into it.
Yeah, just molded in.
He always Don was always able to make friends with everybody and anybody, and always welcoming to people. So I think that's kind of why he was always welcomed by people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, and he does reflect on that he knows that other people have had it harder than he's had it, as far as like judgment wise, because he's been around such a support system his whole life. And then he hears stories or he sees stories on TV, and he's like, it hits him because he's like, wow, I've never had to deal with that, but I've had my own struggles, and that's crazy that people have to deal with that. And I was like, yeah, and that's something to reflect on. Everyone has their struggles, but it's a blessing that he's always been able to make friends with everybody. So when he decided, now I'm gonna dress like this, everyone was like, okay. Like it was not like, what, like, but you never, because it was always like, what's next with them, like it's
right.
Been but you've never done that. It's like, it's always more so, what else are you gonna do, or like, what's next? Like that's just the way he is. Like it's the way he's always been. That's why we're proud.
I love that.
Thank you.
All right, and then Koya. Dali, are you able to answer any questions, sis? Or are you like, you're like, no, yeah? Oh, Dali's here. Oh shit, let's get Dali up in here to answer my fucking question. Let's go ahead and ask Dali, and then we'll go to Koya. Go ahead, Dali. Hey, Dali.
I was listening. I volunteered her. She's volunteering.
Oh, okay. Did you see Kamala? I was like,
what was the question again?
So the question, let me go ahead and read the question again. The question was from Jessica. She said, I have a question for everyone. Did you always know you didn't identify as normative as far as sexuality or gender, or is it something you learned over time? If so, what was your aha moment?
Oh, okay. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Well, the first time I realized, like I was into girls, I have to say I was like around 5 or 6, and our babysitter, like my friend across the street, her older sister came and babysat us, and I would not leave the older sister's side. I was like, oh, I like you. I like you. So yeah, I've always been weird. My dad caught me in his closet wearing his outfits, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Go play in your mom's closet." But I don't like dresses. So I've always been weird. So,
I love it.
yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. Thank you, Tali.
You're welcome.
All right. Koya.
So I think I was around the same age, probably 5 or 6. I had a huge crush on Jasmine from Aladdin and Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Those were my two make believe girlfriends, and my mom, I think, because she didn't know, but I used to play pretend as their prince or their savior, like the roles of the guys. And I know there was one time when I was like maybe like 11. I was looking at it. This is how I know it was when I was younger, because I was looking at a tape cassette, like the actual case, and I was like looking at these girls on there, and I was like, the blonde hair girls are prettier than the brown hair girls. And my mom looked at me and she goes, like, why would you say that? I was like, well, because I think they're prettier than the other ones. She's like, well, you shouldn't be thinking any girl's pretty. And I was like, and so, I kind of knew from a young age, but I mean, like Dolly said, having a hot babysitter definitely helped. So it was kind of sure then. I was like, oh, she could babysit me anytime.
She could babysit me anytime.
I will be good.
I will be good. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. All right. Thank you, Koya. Okay, so what question do we have next? Who's next to go ahead and ask?
Cassie, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's Cass.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me pick a good one. Can you briefly describe some of the gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender people who have made a difference or who are important to your life or in your life? It could be like a celebrity or something that you look up to, like who do you look up to? Briefly describe who's important in your life. So we're gonna start with Scotty.
All right. Who I really look up to celebrity wise is, of course, Lady Gaga, for all that she's done for us and everything, since, she come out in 06 or 08, she's, been telling everyone, we deserve, to be married if we want to. We deserve to adopt children if we want to. We deserve all these things if we want them. There's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with us. We're the same as you. And, she done it. And she's helped us out so much. And I really love her to death for it. And, she didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? And, that's why I really look up to her for it, because she's, a bisexual, proud woman. She's, strong, powerful. She says what she feels. She does what she wants. She loves who she loves. She wears what she wears, what she's feeling, She, she's like.
And she's been like that from the jump. Yes, I love that. Good answer, Scotty. Okay, who would you like to ask next, Cass?
Let's ask Sally.
Ask Sally?
Sally.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't have to be a celebrity. It could just be people in your life. or someone famous that you feel is
You're
very.
gonna have to re-ask it, sis, because I bet you Tali Tali's
I said briefly describe some of the gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender people who are important to you in your life.
Well, yeah, they actually were humans, right? Okay. Well, the closest, like the person that I honestly loved growing up, and I loved it to the point where I got the bitch tattooed on me, was Madonna.
Yes.
She was like the first woman I ever heard the word lesbian come out of her mouth. And my sisters were all like, oh, she's a lesbian. I'm like, what's that? They're like, oh, girls who kiss girls. I'm like, there's a word for that?
There's a word for that.
And yeah, so I got her and I loved her. Anything to do like female artists, like Cyndi Lauper, just females, man, just females. Cher. Oh, yeah. I loved her. So yeah, those are my girls.
Awesome. We can't wait to see your work, Tali.
Thank you. You want to see a little glimpse of it?
Can we?
If she's okay with it.
No, come on, Liz. Come on, Liz.
Show them the money, boo. Show them the money.
Yeah.
You want me to show some skin? You're gonna have to throw me some zells over here, okay?
Yeah. Throw me some zells. Cash app.
Chicago, bruja.
Everybody knows.
We're still working on it, so.
Oh, wow. Look at Shango.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Just a little bit, please.
No, did I?
Just more, just perfect.
That's beautiful. I love it. Yes, we can't wait to see it when it's finished.
Girl, you and me both.
How long have you been working on it?
Since what time did you guys get here? Since noon.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice long session.
Yes. I'm ready.
A big piece.
I'm ready to kick them out. I love them. I love them. I think they fell asleep twice already.
Oh dang.
I lean back in the chairs.
Your mouth opened up.
Everything, girl.
Everything. She saw my cavities and everything.
She was snoring. I was like, you okay?
She saw your cavities.
Snoring.
Oh my god.
That's okay.
That's hilarious. All right, who are we asking next, Kat?
Let's get Dom in here.
Okay.
Briefly describe some of the gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender people who are important in your life.
Okay. I mean, I have like two groups of people. It's like, so my godmothers, of course. So I have two lesbian godmothers. They're awesome, and it really like it was never a thing like growing up like, oh, like my two godmothers, like they're two women dating and stuff like that. It would like made me never feel like I had to have like that moment either, like to make it like, oh, like this is some big thing, like it can just be normal. And it wasn't like because it wasn't talked about, it was just because like my grandparents were accepting, like all their sisters were, like everything was like an accepting space, so it was never like something to like be ostracized for. So like It was super great to see that like relationship young as well. And then two, like more into like the beginning of my teen years, or like halfway, meeting like the witchy community, of course, the ladies back when Ojo was a thing, like to see these strong queer femme women like really just killing it there. It was like so strong to like see, and like as like a younger high schooler to walk into like that place and to see these strong like femme people like just killing it in there, it was like, wow, okay, I can do this too. Like fuck it, like this is something I can achieve and aim for. Yeah, it was great.
That was awesome too. Like Ojo was just like so many of us, just like, you know, I mean Tali and Kemala, but then there was like the links of Ojo that just like, you know, it was just like the place to be. It was so it was amazing. I love that we brought Ojo up. Yeah, because Kemala's right here too. Kemala and Tali, they were two of the owners of Ojo. The store that Dom's talking about. I don't know if everybody knows about. Oh, I'm sure a lot of people in the comments here know about Ojo. If you don't know,
You don't know then.
hey, if you don't know now, you know. All right. Who next is?
Koya.
Koya.
Briefly describe some of the gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender people who are important in your life.
I think from a political standpoint, because I think it's very important that we implement ourselves into the normal standards, so that way we have people who are our ends and who speak for us. Harvey Milk is he's my guy. He went through a lot, but then also his whole approach and how he fought and how he connected the gay community, like how he was able to reach in there, is very impressive. So I respect a lot of how he went about it. Other than that, I think Lauren Cox, the one who plays in Orange is the New Black, she's she was transitioning, I believe, when she first started that show. And that's such a respectable thing, because I know as far as it goes for the Black community, because there's still this taboo about our boys being gay. But then when our boys are gay and they want to look like women, it's a much bigger thing. So I know that she faced a lot of bullying, and so I respect her and her outness about it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Koya. All right, my turn. Let's see. Should we make it a funny one or a serious one? Because I got a blend. I got a little mix. Okay. Is it a funny one? Okay.
A funny one.
All right. Let's see. All right. So you're gonna finish this sentence, right? This is a sentence finisher type of a question, okay? And it's very important. This is very important. All right. Listen. I twerk it for the ancestors because they finish the sentence. This is a thing from a previous show. We came up with this, that we twerk it for the ancestors. Let's go ahead. Koya. Y'all asked for a funny one. Go ahead, Koya. I twerk it for the ancestors because they.
Oh my God. Because if it was me, they would twerk it for me, I assume. I've met some of my family that has passed, and I'd like to think that if the offering were a twerk in a week, they'd twerk that thing.
They'd be twerking that thing.
They'd twerk that thing. I mean, you know, my original last name is Lucky, like my family that I come from. So I imagine that's how we keep our luck. We twerk once a week, you know. Sometimes Dom
twerk it on a Sunday.
Sometimes you just gotta put your hands on your knees. You gotta just pop it just a little bit. Don't be silly, just a little bit.
Thank you, Koya. Thank you. Again, if you guys don't want to answer this question, you can say pass. Don't feel obligated. Okay, Dom. Finish this sentence, Dom. I twerk it for the ancestors because they.
Because they love it. Ancestors love when I perform.
Yes.
So every time like I go up to do something, I always just imagine they're just like watching in the crowd, and I'd be like, no shyness with the ancestors.
No shyness with the ancestors.
It's like, girl, we've seen it all.
Oh my gosh. All right. Thank you so much, Dom. Scotty, I twerk it for the ancestors because they.
Because they like it and love it, and they know I want some more of it.
Oh, I love
You gotta
that.
get sky cloud and you gotta dance around, honey, bring it into fruition. You
Yes.
gotta do it.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Twerk it into existence. When in doubt, twerk it. All right, I got a surprise little pop-up question for Kamala. Sis, get over here. Finish this sentence.
Is that me?
Yeah, finish this sentence. I twerk it for the ancestors because they. Well, you gotta unmute. I want to see what Kamala has to say for this one because I know Kamala twerks it for
This
the.
is so easy. I twerk it for the ancestors because they're gonna make it rain on me.
Yes. Sally, you twerking for the ancestors because why? Because they
said so.
because they said so.
They said so. Do as they say.
Yes. Liz, you twerking for the ancestors because they.
I can't say it on live.
Oh, you can't say it on live? You'll tell me later?
Okay,
Okay, tell me later. Tell me later why you twerking for the.
all I know is our ancestors worked too hard for us to not be able to twerk. So
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love it.
straight up.
Oh shoot. Oh, I'm sorry. Sis, I muted it. I'm sorry. Look at you like I'm sorry. Come back in my life. Okay. All right. Whose turn is it next? Is it Chimu?
Yes, Chimu.
Right,
Chimu's
Chimu. Sister Chimu, go ahead, sis. What question you got on your list for the panel?
So, okay. My question is, who is your favorite RuPaul character? So we could say the show. If you guys watch the show, do you know who RuPaul is? I hope everybody knows who RuPaul is.
Look at Koya's face. Koya's face.
I don't think so. Koya wouldn't know nothing about no damn RuPaul. Yeah.
She said, "That's my cousin. That's my cousin."
That's my cousin. So if you know who RuPaul is, you know that he does, RuPaul's been having this drag race, right? For years. And I watched from beginning until I recently stopped watching because I don't have time to watch TV no more. But if anyone's familiar with RuPaul and the shows that he's done, who is your favorite drag race character from RuPaul and why?
Who's
She's
first?
Like, I know. Let's do Dom.
Dom?
Let's go with
Okay.
Dom. Yes, let's do Dom.
The Dom.
There's a lot of them.
I don't. What is RuPaul's drag?
Yes, you never seen RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yes, I have. I
know you
seen
have.
Drag Race.
Come on, man.
Yes. There's so many great
Love it.
queens on there to choose from. Honestly, they're all iconic. Probably, I mean, the two most iconic queens to ever step foot in that damn workroom are Trixie and Katya.
Oh, hold on, wait, let me make you big. Let me make you big.
I love Miss Trixie and Katya.
Yes.
Yes.
Icons, legends.
Do they inspire you at all, Dom?
Trixie Mattel was one of the first. So I actually, even before I started watching Drag Race, I was watching Trixie Mattel.
Right.
And so it really didn't, like, I don't know, to be honest, my transition into doing drag was so strange because I never was like, time to do drag. I was just like, just slowly was like, now you're doing drag.
Right.
Trixie, like, just be herself and like do their videos and everything was like, oh wow, this is so cool. And like, you get to see how like relatable these queens are and like how like human they are. Like, yeah, we've got all this like crazy shit on, but like, we're still people down there.
Right.
So yeah, I love them the most.
I love that. Thank you, Dom. All right, who would you like to ask now, Chimu?
Let's ask Kemala, because she's like, I already know who.
Let's go ahead and ask Kemala. Look at him poke Kemala up in the...
Okay, so what had happened was that I asked the question. See, we're getting into being an older generation of gay here. So we thought you were talking about roles that RuPaul has played. So we were like spouting off movies and roles. So we didn't feel like you were talking about Drag Race.
No, you know what? They're all in the same job. It's in the same umbrella because RuPaul has played many different characters growing up in different movies, in different videos, and you know what? Even in different runways, he has embodied himself in so many characters. So what RuPaul character would you, what was your favorite RuPaul?
My favorite RuPaul. So I was talking about that in like 2000, in like the year 2000, I was I was maybe in middle school. I was in middle school. This movie came out, it was called But I'm a Cheerleader. So
I love that movie.
But I'm a cheerleader. Yeah. And I was a cheerleader in middle school at the time, so I would I could never sleep, right? I've always been up late, and so I'm throwing on like Showtime or like HBO or something like late hours shit I'm not supposed to be watching. And this movie comes on, I see it's called But I'm a Cheerleader. I'm like, oh, I'm a cheerleader. Maybe this is a movie about cheerleading.
Right.
So it's not a movie about cheerleading at all, and this is actually something that like strongly contributed to my sexual awakening. It was this movie about, this girl who's a cheerleader. She's dating a quarterback. She hates making out with him. She hates, interacting with him. And I was like, oh my God, I feel the same way. Like, I hate boys. They're so disgusting. And then what happens is her family sends her to, like, they have an intervention and send her to this gay conversion camp. So the camp counselor, right? The gay conversion camp counselor is RuPaul dressed as a man, which is, I feel like, is one of the most hilarious roles. But just because like RuPaul contributed to this movie that was part of like my queer sexual awakening is like, it means so much to me, period. So that's the first thing that I thought of, and that's the first thing that came up for me. And then Drag Race wise, I was obsessed with Violet Chachki for the longest time, like obsessed. Because I feel like that's what started pulling me into like the horror drag that took me more into like the Boulet Brothers, like drag race. Because I feel like there was so much like a burlesque, plus there was like an element of like this gore and like horror, not horror, but like it was scarier, like this dom, like strong, like freak show dom energy when it came to Violet Chachki. So that was definitely one that I was really obsessed with back in the day. So anyway, that's two answers in one.
Yes, I love it. So we have people in the comments asking about Thali's work. Thali, they're wanting to know if they can book with you. We have a comment here from Mark. We have a comment here from Jessica, Mary Jane, Denise. They're all asking about your work. Are you going to be participating in any of the expos, sis? Are you going to be there at all doing tattoos?
As of now, I can't first say yes or no, because I'm kind of just riding the fucking wave, girl, and I've been riding the wave. But I do be taking in appointments, but they have to be like from people that I knew, kind of thing. Right. But I have you got my info. You can give it out. It's okay.
Okay, that sounds good, because I know some of them are gonna be attending the witches ball because they don't live in the area. So they might be out here for that time, but maybe they can book with you, if they end up staying a couple days or something, if that's something that you'd be interested in. I'll give them your information, and then they can go ahead and
for sure. For sure. I'm so down.
Yeah, they're loving your work.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
She also sells paintings. So if you guys can't get over here to get some ink done. All that work right there on the wall. And I mean, Thali's house is literally an art gallery of Thali's work. So, you know, if you guys want to also contact her about doing a custom piece or possibly even purchasing something that she already has, you know, made, you guys can also do that as well. If you can't get ink, get some art prints, get some art mailed to you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm a Thali fan. She knows
Yay.
it. And she knows it.
I feel like, yeah. It's because the tattoo of the armpit. That's what got us closer.
That brought us so close. I mean, I got to know you so well, and especially in like the chest cage too. That was like, I felt like I was getting open heart surgery. It was like, I was like,
it was awesome. She's like, stop drawing me.
I could hear it. It was like, yeah, I had to be so lit to get through that one. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much, Thali. Okay, where's Kamala? Or Kamala Chimu?
I'm right here. I'm just
oh, you're
inside the
here?
house.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just.
But we're at the 16 mark now. Oh no, Scotty, you wanna,
Scotty. Okay.
You don't have no answer his RuPaul question, and then I guess we can start getting everybody's info out if you want.
Yeah, we can go around and see what everybody wants to go ahead and plug, what they're doing, any events that they want to plug, or any services, or anything that they're working on, projects, anything like that. Whatever you guys would like to go ahead and add in there. I would like to know what inspires each person in doing what it is that they do. I feel like that's also very important for us to know. You know, if you're having community gatherings, why? If you're having events, why? If you're an artist, why? What inspires you, and what is it that you know, what inspires you, and what is it that makes you want to do what it is that you do? So we'll go ahead and ask that after, or should we have Scotty go ahead and answer? Is Chimo still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Chimo, did you want to go ahead and ask Scotty?
Yes, Scotty.
In the same place.
Scotty,
new person, right?
what character in the RuPaul drag race would you be, or what character of RuPaul that he's done so many, which one would you be and why?
Okay. I remember the movie, but I don't remember the character's name he played with, you know, Patrick Swayze and the two other guys, and they were drag queens. 214, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
I love that movie.
When RuPaul come down off the ceiling and he told that guy, he said, I don't know where he's going tonight, but he's going on my tires. I said, that is me up and down. I love that movie. But besides, I've watched a little bit of Drag Race. I just never could get into it. I don't know why, but I mean, it seemed like a good show, but it just, you know, I just couldn't get into it. You know, I love RuPaul though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scotty. I'm curious as to what Koya's would be.
Me too.
All right, let's ask Koya. Go ahead, baby. Answer that question.
Y'all ain't got shit better to do.
No, I want to hear what you answered. Look at the camera
honestly,
when you say it, though. Just kidding.
Oh my god. Honestly, I like. I've seen RuPaul in a couple of different shows and like camos and whatnot, but I like RuPaul, like undressed. I like her as is because I feel like, you know, all those characters she plays out, that's just her just putting on a different face. And so I feel like you just get to see like the uncovered version. I don't know, you know. and the confidence that she has as herself, whether she is dressed in a suit, she wears some like smooth ass suits, and then whether she's wearing like a dress or a skirt, whatever the hell she wants to wear. And so that you've got to admire someone who's able to respect both sides of nature, which is feminine and masculine. Just like water can be caressing and calming, it can be pretty aggressive and pull some trees up out of the ground. So I like her as, or I don't even know if she identifies as her or him, but I think Liz is over there talking shit about me.
Hey, she called Liz out.
Like, I know she
I was like, I was talking about how sexual this feels when you put the Bruja spit on this tattoo when she's done. I was like, hold on a second, you married.
I was seeing a little too much head nods, and I know you were Shango, and I'm an Elegua, so I know you like to nitpick a little bit.
I can't show my orgasmic faces to the world. That's for my wife.
No, you can't.
Okay.
What does it feel like? Is it cooling?
Camera down so I can see it better. I want to see what's going on, if that's what's going on.
Oh my gosh. Is it like a cooling effect when that cream with that cream?
It has THC and CBD. So you're basically, that burning sensation.
Yeah.
It's very cooling. Like you don't feel that at all. You know what I mean?
Right. We're gonna see the finish. Are you?
We're
oh
not
my
finished.
gosh!
We're not
Look at
finished.
that.
No,
Oh,
we
you're
got-
not finished. Oh, okay.
We got 2 more hours.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah,
let me make you big. Hold on.
I'm already
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
That is beautiful. Oh, and you gave her a nice canvas to work with. I know Thalia really appreciated that. She loves canvases.
Cover up, boo.
Oh, it's a cover up?
That's a cover up. She gave me
Yeah.
fucking work.
See, I'm gonna need my Oya to be blacker now.
Blacker. That's right. Hey, you can once you go black, you can never go back.
My Oya, my Oya's too
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
My Oya is not
Let's see them together. Put the Orishas together. Put the Orishas together. Let's see
Oh, they want your
Gemalos
version.
and Liz.
Get in the camera.
Get in the camera.
You can't see her. Can you see her?
Wait,
Yeah,
I can't see.
yeah, I can
Let me
see.
see.
Well, bring her
Oh,
up
there it
more.
is, yeah.
Bring her up.
Wait, put Koya's on too. Hold on. Yeah, put my Koya's.
There you go.
Koya got one too?
Yours.
No, yours.
Ah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I don't have one yet. I'm gonna get something.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
gonna give me a Elegua on me.
I love it. Okay, so where are we at in time? What are we?
Got about
was-
20, a little bit over 20 minutes. So
Okay.
we just let everybody.
Shall we go around?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead. We have Thali unmuted, so let's go ahead and have Thali. Thali.
Yes.
We have people wondering how they can order paint, like artwork from you, paintings.
What do I say? This thing.
What did I say? I told them to hit me up. Oh my god.
The only way is to message Thali on IG. That's the only
On
That's
Instagram.
the only way to get a hold of her. Thali is exclusive. If you want to get a
I'm
tattoo
exclusive.
appointment with her, she's also exclusive and selective about that. So you have to message her. She's not something that you can order online or something where you can set up an appointment.
I'm not an Amazon.
No, you got to.
Yeah.
She's not Amazon. She's definitely not Jeff Bezos. So you got to talk to her. So you have to message Thali. That's TALY__INKZ_ on Instagram.
Oh, see.
Yes, Thali
This is
Inc.
why she was my business partner. For
I know. Yeah, they worked together for a long time. Yes. So yeah, you guys can definitely contact Thali for any work or any possible tattoo appointments. I'm so blessed and fortunate because it's like this Thali is the person that does my ink, and I don't go to anybody. Since I've met Thali, since she has came into my life, I have not allowed anybody else to poke this canvas. Yes, and then what else? Oh, what inspires your work, Thali?
What inspires my work?
Yes.
A lot of things, to be honest. The fact that I can wake up and do what I love. Art is my life, dude. Like, I don't see myself doing anything else. Just, I love art. Everything about it. Depending on the ideas too. If the idea is stupid, I won't even try. I won't even bother.
You work with a lot of colors. You work with a lot of like pops of color. Is there anything that inspires that? Is it like is there a certain way that you see colors and then you want to incorporate them in some way?
I love colors. I hate hearing people say, oh, color doesn't stick well. It's like, nah, it will. You just gotta know how to put it in, blend it right, and
Yeah.
It's getting gay over here. Excuse us.
Okay, thank you so much, Tali.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate you.
Likewise.
Okay. Let's see. And then Dam. Dam.
Okay. Hi.
What would you like to plug? What is it that you do and what inspires you?
Okay, so we'll start with the plugs. So first of all, anybody in the Chicagoland area, Pilsen, come out to our Witcherama this Saturday at 2156 West Coulter Street. We have literally every magical item that you could think of. Like, we have a vendor there vending it. And we have dates from now all the way till October. We're gonna have one event each month, and we're also looking into trying to host Mystic Nights in Pilsen over there. So be on the lookout for everything Witcherama this summer. And then if you ever want to book a tarot reading with me or have me show up to your event in drag or be a tarot reading drag queen there, you can message me on Instagram at _Dom with 3 M's, and go find me on TikTok as well. And this summer I will actually be competing on a little small underground competition. So if you want to follow that, go follow on Instagram. The page is called Category Is One. And yeah.
Nice. And then you're also going to be doing tarot at the Witchcraft Expos.
Yes, I will be reading tarot cards there as well in drag. So
yes. And what is it that inspires you to do these community events, and what inspires your work?
I mean, to do these events, it really is that, like, when I was growing, like in my teen years, to be around these events already, and like after when COVID hit, like to not have as many events year round, it really was like, well, shit, like let me, if I have the means to help create these spaces for us to convene safely. So yeah, and then my inspiration is just to live my most authentic life so that anybody else watching can be like, shit, I'll do that too.
Right. I love it. Nice. Okay, and then Scotty, where can we find you? What is it that you do? Would you want people to send you a friend request? Are you open to that? Okay.
I'm open, people. I'm on only thing I have, because I'm not a technology witch, I have just Facebook. You can find me at Scotty Cook or Michael Cook at Facebook in Logan, West Virginia.
Yes.
If you need any readings or just questions about anything, hit me up. I'm stay at home husband / coach, and I practice every day. I get up, I start, I go to bed, I still do it. I can't get enough of it. Mother Hecate and Father Lucifer got me going all the time.
Right.
I love it.
And you also
I would have never got to meet or nothing, and I'm so blessed and so grateful.
Thank you, Scotty.
And
we appreciate that.
I can't wait to see what we get to do together.
Yes.
Maybe I'll get to come to the witches ball and Kalama Bruja, and then we'll get to give me, Mother Hecate's sigil on my arm.
Yes, yes, she could definitely do that. Uh-huh. Okay, and then you also post videos on your Facebook too, right? Right, brother? You post videos on there as well too. Hopefully we'll be able to pull you out a little bit more. If you want to join us on another show, you're welcome.
Anytime y'all want me, I'll be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Scotty. We
You're
appreciate
welcome,
you.
sisters.
Okay, and then Koya, where can we find you? What do you got going on? What would you like to plug? And what inspires you?
You can find me at I mean, if you need to get a hold of me, you can just get a hold of me through Nina. Cause I just be chilling. I work and I go to school. My inspiration for I'm currently starting my journey for being a lawyer. I want to help to create rights and defend those who can't. The Latin community with what they have going on with you know over the hundreds of thousands going missing, and America's just moving that shit along as if like it's not happening. And so being able to be the one to hold whoever it is, every person behind it accountable, and make them have to answer to um and defending the kids that get bullied, um and holding the bullies in the schools at more accountability. Being able to do those kind of things are because of my own personal story is where my inspiration comes from, and the fact that as Black people, we're not viewed as being the educated ones. Uh, we're the basketball players or the football players, you know, or singers or actors. Like we're entertainment, and so changing that aspect to make them think of a powerful Black professor or something, that education is power, and Black people are they have their own type of power. So, and I have an event coming up this week, this Saturday actually, called Equality, Peace, and Love at Peace Park in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. I'm gonna have a couple of different vendors there from the community and from the Sheboygan community, essential oil, organic essential oils, and perfumes. I'm gonna also have House of Spiritual Vibes there. I'm gonna have Tiny Things, Creepy Tiny Things, um, and a couple of artists and poets from around the area to support the community, you know. But yeah, that's where I come from, and that's where my fight and my drive comes from.
Nice. And what is it that inspires you? You're wanting to create change, right? Is that ultimately change, unity?
Equality. I feel like if it's equality, then unity comes with it. Because if everybody's treated equal, then nobody feels like they need to step more in front of the other person because they're above them. If y'all are all walking the same line, then everybody's there together. So you're all in unity together. You're all one, like Scotty's saying, And so there's no need to pull rank. There's no need to do any of that because it's like, so what if I'm Black? So what if I'm white? So what if I'm gay? So what if I'm Muslim or Islamic? So what? That at the end of the day, having an understanding that you can't treat this person different because of any of those reasons, except for if it's a person, if they did something to you specifically, that's different. But for anything else, like, like in a sense, they taking care of that, shutting all that shit down. Anybody who ever wanted to mistreat anybody for color or sexuality, or over punish any of these kids, when my pen hit it, when that ink dries on that degree, I'm gonna shut that shit down. So
I love it. Thank you so much, Koya. Okay, that is bringing us to our last 10 minutes of today's show. I went ahead and skimmed through the comments. I see how excited a lot of you guys were about the twerking for the ancestors, twerking for the ancestors. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here on today's show. And if you guys have any questions that you guys come up with for any of our panel members, please feel free to reach out to us. Chimu will go ahead and give you our email once we get to that part, but please feel free to reach out to us and we will go ahead and relay the message. Or, you know, maybe we might even have a part 2. Who knows what we gonna do? So we might have a part 2. We might do this again. But let's see. So Sister Cass, where can they find you on Friday?
On Friday, I will be on Instagram hosting Reflection Friday, where you can get end of the week reading with me. I help you reflect back on your week so you can have a peaceful transition for the weekend. Cass La Sassy Bruja, all underscores in between, on Instagram at 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Yes. And then Chimu, if people would like to would like to ask more questions, where can they send their questions to? How can they reach us?
Oh my God.
So pretty much you could definitely reach us in all capital letters. It is hosvr3@gmail.com. No question is a stupid question. So feel free if you have topics maybe you want us to touch on. Any questions that you still have regarding to today's topic, because there might be part 2. Why not? It's a big community, so let's do it. But yeah, you could definitely reach us at capital letters all, and that is hosvr3@gmail.com.
Thank you so much, sis. And you guys can find me on Mondays at House of Spiritual Vibes LLC on Facebook. I do T4C every Monday, Tarot for Contributions. Every Monday, I have a new suggested question of a reading that you guys can get for that week. You can also feel free to ask a general, or if there is something that you are needing guidance on, you can ask your own personal questions there too. I will be giving guidance, advice, and of course, bringing some knowledge, some wisdom to each and everyone who participates in the T4C. So again, you guys can find me there on Monday, and feel free to check out our event this month, June 25th. And then July 27th. So I have June, July, and then of course the Witches Ball in October, which tickets are flying. I want to say we got maybe about 20 tickets left and available. So if you guys would like to be a part of the Witches Ball, definitely go ahead and reserve your tickets. And we will see you guys at all of those events. Please feel free to support all of our panel members. Make sure you follow, like, and participate in anything that they have coming up. And we will see you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys, everyone, for participating. Thank you for being here. Sally, Dom, Erica, Joe, Scotty, Koya. Thank you guys so much. Yes, and we'll see you guys on next Thursday. Chimu, Koya says she loves you. All right. So we'll see you guys at the next Thursday. Again, all of our all the information you guys can find at House of Spiritual Vibes Radio. If you would like to know what our next shows are gonna be, look us up on Facebook. All of our next shows are posted right there. And we look forward to seeing you guys next Thursday. Divine blessings to you today, tomorrow, and always.